Hey, good afternoon. It's Thursday, August 8th, and welcome back to Everyday Talk 24/7. I'm right here in Lexington, South Carolina, right on the shores of Lake Murray, and you can see the impact edges of Tropical Storm Debby are passing by right out here, and you can see that in my window. You can see the wind and the waves. You might even feel the car move a little bit from some of the wind. We're not getting it badly here. But I just wanted to take a moment while we're seeing God's hand in this storm. We read in the book of Job, in chapter 37, where God directs the clouds and moves them directly according to his will. And they bring blessing to some and disaster to others. In the Gospels, we read about Jesus being the Lord of the wind and the waves. And the disciples are terrified by the storm. And Jesus just speaks to it, and it's immediately calm. As you can see, some of the bands, perhaps you can see going through the window there, they're just moving by, and the tropical storm is moving north, away from this area. It's all by the direct plan and purpose of God. And we forget about that because we talk about weather reports, we talk about storms, we talk about all the activities that are happening, high pressure, low pressure, historical patterns. And we think that these storms have a mind of their own, that through whatever mix of various barometric pressures and high pressures and low pressures and steering currents, that directs the storms. It's God that directs the storms. And we can appreciate his power and greatness, or we can just say it's a meteorological phenomena by some hard to understand figure as Mother Nature. No, this is the hand of God. This could be a whole lot more serious than it is. For some people just south of here and just a little bit to the east of here, torrential amounts of rain, 20 inches or more. God is at work in all of these things. He controls the weather. And that's something that we need to grasp, because it's not just the weather. He controls the very next breath that you and I take. We can see the power of the Spirit, because the Bible tells us that the winds are from the Spirit. They're the breath of God. This brings such peace and comfort, even in the face of the mighty power of God. Even when very difficult things happen, they're not random. They're all a part of the purpose and plan of God. We live with the myth that we can control the weather. We can't. This is God's domain. He's claimed it for himself. I'm just thankful to be here, to be able to talk about this with you, because we see right here God at work. Now, he'll be just as much at work on a day where it's clear and there was no wind and it's a beautiful sunny day. That's his hand too. But right now, we get to see and hear and feel the visible manifestation of God at work. It's being displayed for us. Don't write this off to anything other than the mighty power of God. And brothers and sisters, this is designed to humble us, to cause us to see that we're not as powerful as we think we are. God is the one who controls all of these things for his might and power and glory, so that we will stop and acknowledge him. Again, as the book of Job says, So we will stop and acknowledge, stop our work, stop our labors, and just to remember who it is that we owe our next breath to, who it is that controls the things of this world. The clouds that you see moving behind me, the rain that we see, the water moving, this is all about God being at work. Don't attribute to anything else other than that. So take comfort this day that this is not a random world. This is not a random storm. Rather, this is a very picture of the hand of God at work right in our midst, right here, right now. Praise God for that. Thank you so much for being here, and Lord willing, we'll be talking to you tomorrow. Hopefully back at outside where it's a little more dry and a little less windy. But until then, thank you for being here. Lord bless you. Goodbye.